Hi everyone, it's Craig Veroni with Remax Masters Realty, and this is where you live, love, own Vancouver. You know, over the past year, I've had many of my clients purchasing homes looking to do renovations. Now, whether they're small renovations, large renovations, or even completely new builds, the question I always get asked is, Craig, where do I find a great contractor? Well, today we're in gorgeous Edgemont Village, and we're going to be speaking with Erik Jensen at Sprucehill Contracting, and hopefully he's going to answer all your questions. Let's go hear what Erik has to say.
Hi, my name is Erik Jensen. I'm the owner of Sprucehill Contracting. Sprucehill got started because I decided way back in 2006 that I needed a change. I actually got into it because I was volunteering at a kids camp called Camp Artaban on Gambier Island. In 2005, we were losing a lot of campers, and the number one camper complaint was that they had to go to the bathroom in pit toilets. So with two other people, we took it upon ourselves to facilitate the building of what we called the toilet building. I was going up to Gambier every weekend or every other weekend, volunteering my time to go build this toilet building. And it kind of dawned on me one day. I was lacing up my boots and putting on my tool belt on the front porch, and just kind of came over me that I really like doing this stuff. I like building, I like working with my hands, I like creating things. And so I came home from Gambier Island and looked my wife in the eyes, who had just helped me helped me facilitate paying for my degree in computer science, and said, I think I'm gonna go into construction, and I haven't looked back.
Erik, how does a homeowner who's looking to do a renovation even start the process of finding a good contractor?
A lot of people start with their friends and family, or referrals are a number one place for people to find contractors, or anything for that matter. Beyond that though, we would suggest looking at the membership directory for the Greater Vancouver Home Builders Association, and maybe overlay that with a Better Business Bureau. Those two associations really will make sure that you're finding a really well qualified professional for your project.
Erik, how does a homeowner even know they found a good contractor?
Fantastic question, Craig. Due diligence. That's the only thing that people can do to really know that they found the right guy. What is due diligence? Well, it's doing some background checks on the contractor that they're thinking about spending literally hundreds of thousands of dollars with. First thing to look for is WorkSafe BC clearance letter. Make sure that they're paid up to date with WorkSafe BC. We strongly recommend working with a Greater Vancouver Home Builders Association member. Probably want to make sure that person has good standing with the Better Business Bureau as well. Other things that that person should have, and what is an indicator of a good contractor, are the number of employees that that person has. You know, if that company only has one or two employees, it's probably a fairly small company that's still in its infancy and prone to a lot of different problems that could come along during the course of construction if they get too busy on other projects. Finding somebody that's well established and been serving the community for a number of years is an important thing to look for too. We also suggest phoning 2 or 3 current customers. If you talk to those customers, you're going to know what that person is and how they are. Of course, that contractor is going to provide you customers that they're happy with, but if you ask the right questions, you're going to get the answers that you need. And one of the most important questions that I suggest you ask is, would you hire that person again? Previous work can be, but is not always an indicator of future performance, but it's something that you should definitely look into. Another thing that customers can look for a contractor is to make sure that they've got a business license in the city or jurisdiction that you're planning on executing your project in. If that contractor doesn't have a business license already, they're not going to be able to pull the necessary building permits to execute on your project. There's basically 3 different business models that I'm aware of. There's cost plus or time and materials business model, there's a fixed price business model, and then there's also a blended business model, which is the approach that we've adapted. A fixed price business model, people are often drawn to it because of perceived cost certainty. One of the downsides with a fixed price business model is that the reward for the contractor is to save costs, and sometimes we've seen contractors cut corners in order to maximize profit. The other issue is that people will provide you a fixed cost knowing full well that they're going to get you on change orders. So we don't necessarily feel like the fixed price business model is the one that's going to best serve a customer in terms of making sure the budget is maintained and the quality is maintained. With a cost plus business model, oftentimes contractors just start off with high level anecdotal quotes or allowances for things, but they charge a customer the cost of materials and labor plus some sort of management fee or overhead and markup. Typically these fees can be anywhere from 10 to 25% depending on the contractor and how they're running their business and who they are and who they aren't charging for. The blended business model, which is the approach we've taken, takes elements of the fixed price business model and elements of the cost plus business model and puts it together in order to provide a customer with what we think is the best value and experience. Our approach to it is we make sure that every element and every detail of the project is figured out and documented prior to construction. Furthermore, we get trade quotes wherever possible so that we have some element of cost certainty for different aspects of the project. That said, if the client decides that they want to increase the scope of work or something midstream, we still have the flexibility to do that without necessarily gouging somebody for that extra work. But by doing the blended business model, we feel that you're getting the best value for your money and you're getting a very high level of cost certainty. And really the only way that a customer can assure themselves that they're going to have any level of cost certainty is by getting the details ironed up prior to starting construction.
Eric, if a homeowner doesn't like the contractor they've chosen, is there ever a time for them to move on?
Well, it's an excellent question. Again, Craig, it's tough, and it's tough for every homeowner and in every situation because you don't want to kick somebody out of the house and try to find somebody else to come and clean it up. There are a few telltale signs of when you absolutely should be thinking about moving on. If you're getting phone calls from any sub trades or employees about not getting paid, that's, as a homeowner, that is a major red flag. If you're getting those phone calls, that is definitely a very big red flag that you probably need to terminate your contract and find somebody else to complete the project for you. The other thing is if there's ongoing milestone misses where they've told you that they're going to be completed by a certain time frame and for no really good reason they continue to miss those milestones, that's probably a good time to move on. The other thing too is constantly asking for money without any sort of invoices or reason for needing it. A professional contractor is going to invoice you once a week. We invoice our clients once a week, and those invoices are invoices for costs that we've incurred in the week prior, and that's what you should be expecting. Don't be afraid to move on would be my advice, because sometimes if you just try to stick it out with that person, you're gonna be disappointed with the final cost overruns. Maybe you're gonna find yourself in court. You're most likely gonna be very disappointed with the quality of the product once it's all completed. If you in your gut feel like this is not working out, always trust your gut. Move on. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. You're gonna only regret it if you stick it out. The number one thing that sets Sprucehill apart from everybody else are my people. The people that work for Sprucehill, there's not a single person that receives a paycheck from me that does not passionately care about the work that they do. I think we're very organized. I really have tried to leverage my degree in computer science to get technology to do as much of the legwork for us as humanly possible so that the people can do the people work. We are very heavily invested and involved in the community. Sprucehill Contracting donates annually to various different North Shore schools, the PACs, sporting teams from Carson and Handsworth. We also host all of our clients and our team to come watch a movie, and everybody provides us with donations for attending said movie, and we give all of the money that we raise to North Shore Family Services. So it's really important to me and to our team to support the community that supports us. One of the other things that I think is really special about Sprucehill is we don't ever take no for an answer from the building department. Sprucehill also works really hard to fight for the best value for our customers, and I think that's really important because I see a lot of people that just say, okay, well, so-and-so said we have to do this, so we just go and do that. Instead of saying, well, do we really need to do that? Is that a requirement? If so, where does it state that that's a requirement? Is that requirement adding value to the customer's project? And so these are the sorts of questions that we really push back hard on, and we fight for our customers. Another thing that sets Sprucehill apart from the rest is, our commitment to ongoing training for our team. We've developed a mission statement that says that we are going to foster excellence and growth within our people. We're going to build projects that are going to stand the test of time, and we're going to turn our clients into ambassadors. And what that really means is we want every client to not only be happy with the work that we do for them, but that they're standing on their roofs, waving their hands, saying, you know what, Sprucehill did an awesome job and we're really, really happy with the experience. That's what we're going for, and that's what Sprucehill is all about.